Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is the 13th of April, 2021 on this Tuesday evening Eastern Time. Ooh, boy. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely thrilled with how Cardano is doing today. We are on track for the fourth consecutive day of a daily close above the open, and across the board in the altcoin market, there's a lot of things that look like this. Even like low volume traded cryptos, like like okay, so I sold like a third of my Cardano position to jump into Hedera Hashgraph, and just because the chart looked beautiful. I mean, there's this gorgeous flat top resistance that's being broken across the board on multiple time frames. You see it here. I mean, Ethereum kind of had it back here. Cardano has it. Um, I mean, Litecoin broke above theirs, getting into that resistance zone for Litecoin. But just some beautiful, beautiful moves across the board. And Cardano, depending on how we do, this is going to matter mostly for tomorrow. I talked about this yesterday. Cardano needs to have a close above the candlestick in order to be bullish. Unless it closes above the high here at 136.61, it's still kind of iffy. But when the new daily candlestick forms, it will pop over to the side here. The lagging span will shift over, and then it will be above the candlesticks. And that might be enough for the market to lift up, because I tell you, the move here could be massive. I'm a Gannist, so I'm a big fan of time and price squared. And if we want to look at, I kind of squeeze this up a little bit here, but if we want to look at an idea of where prices could be going, we can just eyeball it. And so the theory in technical analysis is that when something consolidates, the move out of consolidation is often greater than the time it's spent. So it spent 47. That's interesting, actually. That's a big GAN number, 40. We're getting into that 49-day cycle. So what we want to see is a kind of a time and price squared scenario. And we can just kind of eyeball this here. Where are you at? Right down here. And so for the length of time that it's kind of spent in this consolidation range, time and price squared roughly, I mean, we would be looking somewhere around that price ending up at some point at the $2.30 range. And that's kind of in the near term. Talking like before the end of the month, or probably near the end of the month, beginning of next month, we could see it trading at $2.30. That's if the breakout is sustained. But those are the kinds of levels we're looking at, because this is a good, healthy consolidation zone. This could turn into a fake out to the downside, but in any market, what Cardano has gone through over the last 46 to 49 days is a very, very healthy accumulation after a big rise. We just see a really nice consolidation zone, and we see bulls maintaining these higher prices. And there's a lot of altcoins, folks, that don't look like this. In fact, there's a lot of people in social media who really don't like Cardano because it's so boring. To me, a coin that is in the top 15 to top 20 market cap, excluding stable coins, a chart that looks boring is a chart that is healthy. And a boring, healthy chart in cryptocurrencies is one that is, it's like a balloon being filled with water, or balloon or air, where it's just continuing to fill up and nothing's happening, but eventually it's going to pop. And the move is going to be substantial. I'm not saying that we'll see that today and tomorrow in Cardano, but it's very likely. tomorrow is when Coinbase is listed on the NASDAQ. They're doing a direct IPO offering. And for those of you that care, a direct IPO listing is different than a traditional IPO listing here in the States. In the traditional IPO in the States, there's a broker process. You use banks, and there's usually a length of time that people have to, like officers and employees of the company, they can't sell their shares. And so the people who really benefit are the market makers. But in a direct listing, what occurs there is it allows the employees, so Coinbase is, middle management, middle workers, engineers, and so forth, if they've had shares, they will be able to sell them on the open market. All right, they'll be able to sell that. They'll be able to benefit from the IPO process because usually they don't get to. So this will be great. It's anticipated that you could see an IPO that is going to be more valuable than when Facebook came out. So anyways, this is all a ton of bullish cryptocurrency news coming out, and it's going to go into the altcoin market too. So watch out. And here's the other thing. The more professional money that comes in here, the more they're going to scrutinize and look for value and growth. And Cardano is one of those cryptocurrencies. Now, there's a lot of inherent dangers with Bitcoin. It can be controlled by a single entity. Bitcoin's network is not immune to a single party or an oligarchy having control. Cardano is. Bitcoin is not. And eventually people realize that, okay, now we just saw the new daily candle just popped, and you can see how it just shifted over. I was purposely kind of delaying for that to happen. So it did slide over, we see, and it'll be interesting to see how Cardano reacts to this and the rest of the market, in fact. But exciting times for cryptocurrencies across the board. Keep an eye on this market. For all us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.